I'm going to continue playing my Saga campaign. I'm going to be playing part 1.2, Fog in the Barrow-Downs. This quest includes a lot of threat raising of cards like Chill Fog, where you discard all your resources and raise your threat by the number of discarded resources. But the worst one of all is a card that is Frozen by Fear. It's Surge, Dune 1, and when it's revealed, until the end of the round, players can't trigger action or response effects. But the card must be not that bad because it's also got Surge. So those are the cards we need to focus on the most. Now I'm going to be playing the same decks that I played in the last scenario, my Bond of Friendship Hobbit deck with Tom Cotton, Sam Gamgee, Mary, and Pippin. And the Frodo I'm going to be using for this quest is from the Fellowship of the Ring. The Black Riders. And the old bogey stories I'm going to be putting onto Frodo. This Frodo has the ability that you can spend one resource and cancel the effects of an encounter card and shuffle it back into the deck. So that's there just to get rid of the Chill Fog, Frozen by Fear, and if we chance to run into a burrow when we don't want to hopefully get rid of that. And I'm also going to be playing with the same deck for deck 2, a Messenger of the King. Rosie Cotton, Glorfindel, and Fatty. Then we got Gandalf's Delay, where we skip the drawing step for the first turn. And then Gildor and Glorian that we shuffle into the encounter deck. Draw our opening hands. Well, we'll keep this hand. We got Thorngill, so that would be nice to get Mary attacking. And we'll keep this hand as well. Hopefully get rid of some nasty shadows with the Out of the Wilds and get our threat lowered with double back. And, well, any players at stage 4B, the first player cannot lose the first player token. One A, the House of Tom Bombadil. Set each copy of Great Barrow, Standing Stones, and Hollow Circle out of play, shuffle the encounter deck. 1B, 1 quest point, skip the quest phase. At the end of the round, place 1 progress on this stage, so you get a free turn. And quests are always more difficult when it gives you free stuff. So here's all the Great Barrows we're setting aside, a total of 5. Standing Stones, and the Hollow Circle. And we shuffle Gildor into the encounter deck. We're going to put a Hobbit Cloak onto Tom Cotton. And then we're going to play Sorrengill onto Mary. After you attach Sorrengill to a hero, search your collection for a different non-Fellowship, non-Baggins version of that hero and attach it to Sorrengill. While Sorrengill's in play, attached hero gains the game text and resource icon of the attached hero. If Sorrengill leaves play, you remove the hero card attached to it from the game. And we're going to pick, you got the Tactics version of Mary. So now Mary gets +1 for each Hobbit hero you control, and after Mary participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, ready another character that participated in that attack. So Mary's going to be attacking for, at the moment, a 6. We got +5 attack because we have five Hobbit characters. Now we're going to go over to Rosie deck. Our starting threat is 14. The starting threat for the Hobbit deck is 28. First we're going to play is Out of the Wild. Secrecy 2. Search the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for one non-objective card worth no victory points and add it to the victory display. Shuffle the encounter deck and add Out of the Wild to the victory display. Well, there we go. We got one Frozen by Fear. 2 more in the deck. We're going to put a fast hitch. Oh, we don't have any resources for that. We're going to put out a double back. Now we're going to go to the end of the round because we skipped the questing phase. Put 1 resource on the Tom Bombadil. Go to the next stage. 2A. When revealed, add hollow circle to the staging area. Each player reveals 1 encounter card. So we got the hollow circle. Barrow-Downs. And Ancient Barrow. X is 1 plus the number of allies face down underneath it, but we have no allies in play. 2B, Across the Downs, 14 quest points. At the end of the refresh phase, raise each player's threat by 1. Players can't defeat this stage unless Hollow Circle is in the victory display. And I forgot to pay for my cards last turn. Draw a card, Test of Will. We're going to put a fast hitch onto Rosie. We're going to put a Fellowship of the Ring onto Frodo. Now all heroes get +1 willpower. Go over to the Hobbit deck. 11sies. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. There is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the staging area. Now we're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we're going to go towards double back. First card is Dreadful Song. When revealed, attached to a questing hero you control. Limit 1 per hero. Attached hero gets heroes. Willpower is reduced to 0, forced. At the end of the round, raise your threat by 1 for each weight enemy engaged with you. We're attaching it to Frodo. So that brings us down to 13. And North Downs. That's 2. So we quest successfully by 5. And that's just enough to clear the North Downs. So we reduce each of our threat by 5. We're going to travel to the North Downs and go to the next round. Staff of Levithron. We're going to attach that to Tom Cotton. Go over to the Rosie deck. Elrond's Castle. We're going to play the Horncall of Buckland and put that onto Mary. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the staging area. And we're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. Stone Rings. While Stone Rings is in the staging area, each weight enemy gets +1 attack and defense. And Long Groping Arm. When revealed, until the end of the phase, each weight enemy engaged with you contributes its threat to the staging area. If no enemies are engaged with you, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a weight enemy and put it into play engaged with you. Shuffle the encounter deck. You're going to get a dark weight. You can't gain resources while it's engaged. We're also going to play Elrond's Consul. Reduce our threat by 3. And add 1 more willpower. So we added 3, bringing us up to 9. So we quested successfully by 5. That's enough to clear the North Downs. And then we're going to travel to the Stone Rings. And we're going to block the Dark Weight with Glorfindel, because we're blocking with our defense, our willpower, instead of defense. So no shadow, no damage. And then we're going to attack with Fatty and use Rosie's ability to add 3 to Fatty's attack. So we're attacking for 4. That does 3 damage to the Dark White. Now we go to the next round. So threat by 2. Draw a card. Drinking song. Now we're going to go to the Hobbit deck, draw a card. We're going to play Out of the Wild. Chill Fog, Cold White, Gildor and Glorian, and Chill Fog. So good thing we shuffle these back. We're going to get rid of the Chill Fog, where you discard all your resources and play and raise your threat by that many. Discarded. So far we've been 2 for 2 with Out of the Wilds. We're going to put a Bilbo Baggins into play. I took the wrong resources. There we go. Now we get to search our deck for a pipe. Should have a spare pipe lying around. There we go, there's our spare pipe. Now we're going to put a spare pipe onto Tom. It's +1 hit point, and we get to search the top 5 cards of our deck for an event and put it into our hand. We're going to get the Power of Orthanc. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. There is a total of 6 in the staging area. And we're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. First card is a Frozen by Fear. We're going to play a Test of Will and cancel that. Surge. Dark Weight. We're going to raise our threat by 4. But that's the victory display using Fatty's ability. And now, second card, a Dark Weight. So we added 2. So we quest successfully by 7. That clears the stone rings and puts 4 progress onto the main quest. Now we're going to travel to the ancient Barrow. Now we're going to engage the dark white. We draw a card. A drinking song. Readies up Sam. So we're going to block with Glorfindel. No shadow, no damage. We're going to block with Sam. Attacking enemy gets +1. So Sam is defending for 5. Because we're using our willpower. So no damage. And then we're going to attack back with Mary also readies because of the horn call, so he would have 1 less attack and 1 less defense. So we're going to attack for 5, 6, and Rosie's going to pop in and make that 9, so the dark white is destroyed. And we go to the next round. Shire Folk, reduce the threat by 4. And I go over to the Rosie deck. Strider. We're going to put Strider out. And we have 5 or less characters, so we get +2 willpower. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 against 5 in the staging area. First card is the Stone Rings. Second card is another Stone Rings. So that added 6, bringing us up to 11. So he quested successfully by 6. That clears the ancient Barrow and puts 2 progress onto the main quest. We're going to travel to one of the stone rings. And the Dark Weight is going to attack. We're going to block with Fatty. And Rosie's going to add 5 willpower to his willpower, so he's defending for 7. And no shadow, no damage. Then we're going to attack back with Glorfindel and deal 2 damage to the Dark Weight. Now we go to the next round. Draw a card, Farsighted. We're going to play Farsighted. We could look at the top 5 cards of the main deck. And we put them back in the same order. We got a Barrow Weight, a Cold Weight, an Ancient Barrow, Long Groping Arm, and a North Downs. So we're going to be having 5 added. So we're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the staging area. And we are going to go over to the Hobbit deck, draw a card, Sneak Attack. So there's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we got a Barrow Weight and a Cold Weight. And that quest successfully by 4 clears out the stone rings and puts 1 onto the main quest. And we're going to travel to the stone rings. We're going to engage the Barrow Weight with the Hobbit deck. So the Ancient Barrow goes to the Shadow card, and this goes to the Shadow card. So we're going to block the Barrow Weight with Fatty, and Rosie's going to give him +5 willpower to make his defense 7, so no damage. We're going to readies up Sam, Get a draw card. And readies up Mary, and he gets -1 attack and defense. So he's attacking for 4. We're going to block with Sam, who's got 5 defense. No damage. Then we're going to attack back with Mary for 5, 6, and destroy the Barrow-Weight. Then we're going to attack back with Glorfindel for 3 and destroy this Barrow-Weight. Now we go to the next round. Getting awfully dangerous with resources. Draw a card, ring mail. We're going to put a ring mail onto Tom Cotton. +1 defense and +1 hit point. I'm going to put a Dagger of Westerness onto Mary. Mary +2 attack. Now we're going to go over to the Rosie deck. Draw cards, Asphalos. First, we're going to put out Ferial. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20. And there's a total of 7 in the staging area. We're going to keep the North Downs. So far it's been a benefit, not a problem. And another North Downs. So it looks like we'll be defending with our willpower for a while. That added 4. Bring us up to 11. So we quest successfully by 9. That puts 3 onto the stone rings and 6 onto the main quest. So we're going to travel to the Hollow Circle. And now we have to, each of us has to search the encounter deck and discard pile for a weight enemy and put it into play and engages us. I don't think I raised my threat, so I'm just going to raise it up. We're going to get the Barrow-Weight, so we get to draw a card. Now we're going to get a Cold Weight. And that readies up Sam and Mary, and he gets -. one attack and defense. So now we're deal out shadow cards. And he's attacking for 4. We're going to block with Sam. Oh, there goes Tom. So no shadow, no damage. We're going to block with Glorfindel. Until the end of the round, it can't take damage. Well, at least it came in as a shadow card. Now we're going to attack with Mary for 7 and destroy the Barrow-Weight. Go to the next round. Ioris. Go over to the Hobbit deck. Farmer Maggot. Now we're going to put a fast hitch onto Rosie. We're going to quest for 3. 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. And there is 8 in the staging area. First card, Darkweight. We'll keep them. And the second card is a Chill Fog. We're going to spend one of Frodo's resources and shuffle it back in. Long Groping Arm. When revealed until the end of the phase, each white enemy engaged with you. So we don't have any, so we have to search for one. We're going to get a dark white, and it engages us when we get a draw card. So we added 4, bringing us up to 12. So we quest successfully by 8. That puts 3 out of the Hollow Circle, exploring it, and 5 out of the main quest, giving us enough to go to the next stage. "3A, Lost in the Fog. When revealed, each player adds standing stones to the staging area. Each other player reveals one encounter card. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and each copy of Great Barrow into the encounter deck." Stone Rings. At least it wasn't Chill Fog. So we add standing stones. Now we're shuffling each copy of the Giant Barrow. and into the discard pile, and then shuffle that into the encounter deck. And I'm going to do something risky. I'm going to travel to the Standing Stones now, while I have an enemy engage us, and I'm the first player, so I get to keep Frodo. And we have to search for a giant barrow and put it into the staging area. Now we go to a 4A. When revealed, end the quest phase. Do not resolve the quest. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a white enemy is discarded. Add the discarded white enemy to the staging area. Discard all but X allies, where X is the number of engaged enemies. We have one engaged enemy. So we won't be discarding any allies because we only have one. And it's a barrow weight. Goes to our staging area. Now we're going to engage. We're not going to engage anything over here. I guess we'll engage this to get it out of the staging area. We get to draw a card. And now we're not going to engage the barrow weight. We deal out shadow cards. We're going to block with the fatty because we no longer block with willpower because we're in a different staging area. And we're going to use Rosie's ability to give fatty +5 defense. So no shadow, no damage. Now we're going to block the cold white with Sam because he readies up. And this enemy gets -1 defense because we ready up Mary. No shadow, no damage. And he's attacking for 3. We're going to block with Tom. Removes a shadow card, and we get to deal 2 damage to Tom because he only has 1 defense. Because we no longer have Frodo's ability because he's in a different staging area. So all this willpower is not here. Now we're going to attack with Glorfindel and deal 2 damage to the attack with 3, deal 3 damage to him. Now we're going to attack for 4, 5, 6, 7 and destroy the cold white. And we go to the next round. We no longer need to raise our spread up by additional 1 because we're on to the next stage. Light of Valinor. going to put Light of Valinor onto Glorfindel. And we're going to put Ioris into play. Now we're going to put Asplos into play onto Glorfindel. Now we're going to play a drinking song. So we get pretty much draw a card. Unexpected Courage. So we're going to play Unexpected Courage. And we're going to put that onto Fatty. Now we're going to go over to the Hobbit deck. Draw a card. Unexpected Courage. We're going to put a Hobbit Archer into play. Put Bill into play for free. Put a Farmer Maggot into play, and that puts 2 damage onto the Dark White because he's got a higher engagement cost. Put an Unexpected Courage onto Mary. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We have 3 in our staging area. And we're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15 against 3, and it's a Stone Rings. So we're going to let that happen. So 15 against 6, that's 9. So that clears the trapped inside of Barrow. Actually, if it's a location, we just raise our threat by 3. And we can't join in until the travel phase. Over here, we're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to play a sneak attack. Gandalf. Makes that 15 and reduce the threat by 5. Can I reduce my threat? Yes. So we reveal. So we got 15. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the staging area. Tom Bombadil. So that adds 3 more, bringing us up to 18. So we quest successfully by 6. That clears out the Stone Rings. So now, at the end, at the beginning of the travel phase, this goes away, and we put 1 progress on the Barrow. That goes away, and we join up. And now we're going to travel to the stone rings. Gandalf comes back to my hand. Tom Bombadil is ready. We're going to engage the Barrow-Weight. That readies up Sam. And he gets -1 attack. And readies up Mary. Now we're going to block with our willpower again. So we're going to block with Glorfindel. Can't take damage. Well, that's good. Attackers that we're going to block with Sam Gamgee. No shadow. No damage. We're going to block with Tom Cotton. Defending for 2. And remove this shadow. And we're going to use Rosie's ability to give him +5. +2, because this is no longer get that because we have 6 characters. So that gives him 5 defense. And now we're going to attack back with Mary and Tom and destroy this weight and attack. Ready up Tom, and then we're attacking with Tom and Harvard Archer to attack for 7 to destroy this one. And Tom at the end of the round goes back into the counter deck. So now we go over to the Hobbit deck. Now becomes the first player. Hailstones. We're going to play a Gandalf. And draw 3 cards. We're going to play a Power of Orthanc, raise our threat by 2, and remove the Dreadful Song. And now we're going to play a Peace and Thought. A Drinking Song. And we shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards back into our deck. So we get 8 cards. We want a Test of Will, so we can cancel some of those nasty shadow cards. Hail of Stones, Unexpected Courage, Test of Will. There we go. Red Book, Hail of Stones, Frodo's Intuition. We'll play Frodo with Intuition. Draw 5 cards. Put in a book. Attach the book to Pippin. Now all Hobbit characters get +1 willpower. I'm going to put Tom into play. Put Unexpected Courage into play. Put that on to Sam. Go over to the Rosie deck. Halfling Bounder. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. There's a total of 8 in the staging area. And we're going to quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 49. First card is a Great Barrow. We're going to use Frodo's ability to shuffle that back into the deck. Tom Bombadil. Second card, Long Groping Arm. We're just going to play a Test of Will. Oh, we can't. Oh, it just adds 2. So that adds 2. And then we added 3, so we're up to 52. It's 10, so we cut successful by 42. That clears out the ruined stones and puts 39 onto the quest. Fulfilling it. So there's a win. So I would say the MVP was Frodo Baggins. But to go to each deck, I would put Thorngil for the Hobbit deck and Fast Hitch for the Rosie deck. Apart, if you're not take away from choosing heroes. Thanks for watching. And now we have a quest resolution where the players have earned the Ho Tom Bombadil Boon card. It's like an emergency Test of Will. So the first player starts with it in his hand, and at the end of add this to the victory display and remove it from the campaign pool to cancel the when revealed effects of an encounter card just revealed from the encounter deck. So it's a one-time Test of Will. So I'll see you in the inn at the Prancing Pony.